world in the lab, Twitch stream glowing, formulas flashing, minds wide, knowledge flowing, equations on the board, numbers never sleep, teaching math and physics while them haters count sheep. Actual education, tune in and get schooled, flipping textbooks, breaking all the rules, from Newton to Einstein, concepts elevate. Keep the stream, it's the key to our fate. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down, actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice, maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice. Got the Pythagorean triangles about to flex, quantum theories on deck, breaking all the specs, relativity theories, worlds getting small, grasp the universal laws, standing tall. From the atom to the cosmos, we rolling deep, grazing up the stars, no time to sleep. Black holes and supernovas, concepts we unfold, brain power heavy, yeah, that's Dr. Gold. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down, actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice, maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice.
What's up, everybody? My thing was hanging there for a second. Let's start on. Yes, here we go. Dun, dun. Oh, Discord. We're having a lot of issues today, aren't we? Here we go. Share screen. Nothing. Watching the game, having a bun. Well, that's a classic, dude. I don't think anyone here in our stream understands where that's from, though. I would doubt it.
They shouldn't use it, should they?
Shouldn't. Shandra says, "Are you gonna do a gaming show?" What's up, Zach? Yeah, weather. Maybe Zach knows. Zach probably gets it, dude. I know Zach probably gets it.
Weather.
It's a Super Bowl ad from, what was it, Budweiser? Back in like the 2000s-ish? Wasabi? Hey, wasabi.
Wasabi snooters.
Yeah. What's up,
Jackass the movie, come on.
Oh, man. I don't think I ever actually watched the first Jackass. I mean, I know of the premise, and I know Steve-O's fucking crazy, but I don't think I've actually seen Jackass.
Just today we're gonna do wasabi snooters. It's
wait,
fucking horrible.
Do they snort wasabi, dude? Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's gonna be painful, bro. No.
In a Japanese restaurant in Japan.
Wow. Yeah. Did you see that Japan's starting to deny visas to foreigners because they're kind of sick of the foreigners in their country right now?
That's a new one on me.
Well, yeah, apparently, I don't know, all these YouTubers keep going over and, like, fucking it up for everyone because they just do ridiculous shit for, like, rage bait, you know, clicks. And then the Japanese people are just like, no, we're over it. Like, y'all aren't allowed to do that here.
It's not my workshop.
They do have a population problem, but they don't want a bunch of hoodlums over there. Yeah. The Japanese are also extremely racist. As is most of Asia. Like they don't take too kindly to foreigners. If Sensation, you remember? Have you seen what was it the dishwasher ad? You know what I'm talking about? The Chinese dishwasher ad. One second, let me pull it up. It's hilarious. Yeah. Oh, this is what, dude. This one's too good, dude. Okay, here we go. So. Chinese woman is doing her laundry. Messy man comes out, I guess. She's like, come here. He's like, And no! In you go! Clean, 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 clean. Oh, nice white Chinese person comes out. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, so. Ever people want to be, yeah, they don't take kindly to other countries coming in and like wrecking their shit. They're not cool with that. So same in India, everyone's obsessed with getting fair skin. Yeah, it's funny how it's the opposite in the US because everyone here wants to be tan. You go to Korea and whatnot, they walk around with parasols outside, like umbrellas when it's daylight and it's not raining because they don't want to get sunburned. They don't want their skin to go any darker, but here people spend money to go into cancer beds and get more tan. It's fascinating. I don't understand it. Everyone wants to be what they're not, I guess. I don't know. We're all, grass is always greener, skin is always whiter. I don't know, something like that. Just be you, dog.
Don't be racist.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's that. Let me think. What else? What? Today's Tuesday.
My man.
Second day of the week. I did a lot of planning today. That's what I did this morning. I planned out my year. Finally, it takes me like 4 hours to do this. I have to. It's very good for me to do it. I use like a notebook to write out, what my 3-month goal is, what my 1-month goal is, what my this week goal is. And I think the thing I'm really going to push for is putting out a TikTok tutorial every week. I used to do these like once a month, or maybe if I was lucky, twice a month. And I think I need to do them every week. I see some people putting out stuff every day. That is not sustainable for me. I can't do that. I just run out of creative juice and excitement for teaching at that point. So I think once a week is a nice thing I'm going to shoot for. Because it drives a lot of engagement. It actually generates money. I do generate some cash for this nonprofit with it, which is cool. And I think it's an exponential thing that could grow. I like white rice. I like white rice. Excuse me, Jeff.
Lethal Weapon 4.
Lethal Weapon 4? Oh, is that what it's from?
Have you ever seen Lethal Weapon 4? He's like, fly lice, and the Chinese guy just says, "It is fried rice, you prick."
Wait, is that the one with Mel Gibson in it?
Well, they all have Mel Gibson in it.
Right, yeah, it's like the Mad Max series. Yeah, okay. It's Mel Gibson and who's the black guy?
Chris Rock.
No. Chris Rock is in oh man, the one with Jackie Chan. So you're thinking about a different thing. You're thinking about Rush Hour.
No.
Danny Glover. I do think it is Danny Glover. Yeah, I think Lethal Weapon is Danny Glover. You're thinking about Rush Hour, I think, which is Jackie Chan and Chris Rock. I want to say. I think it is.
Wait, yeah, not Chris Rock. For fuck's sake, I'm off my head here. No, it is Chris Rock. Chris Rock's in Lethal Weapon 4.
Chris Rock is in Lethal Weapon? What? Excuse me?
It's not Chris Rock in the Rush Hour series. It's
who's in? Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker, yeah.
Oh wow, Chris Rock is in this one, and you're right. It is Danny Glover. Yeah, the classic one is Danny Glover. Then, yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah, this music got loud all of a sudden.
What?
What? I can't hear you.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Anyways, okay, yeah, today's Tuesday. Cool. We're gonna go through some math questions today. I got the usual suspects up: Shantrix, Ace, a Darsh, and a Yush. That's cool. That's also the thing that's gonna start happening. When I start posting more of these TikToks every week, we start getting a lot more people on the server. So then I get more people asking for help. Not that I love that you guys are asking help. It's great. It's just good to also help other people. So. What else? Oh, Zach is doing a Infinite Series stream later today. So shout out to Zach. Go check out his stream. It's going to start in about an hour and 20 minutes, I think. So again, if you ever go to our calendar, you can see what's going on. Yeah, who's streaming today? There's Zach. I know Zach is streaming. There we go. Yeah. So Zach's gonna start Infinite Series Act 2. Infinite Series are very cool. It's the hardest thing I think in Calc, and it's really what distinguishes Calc BC from Calc AB with the AP exam. So go check that out. Otherwise, we won't have an So Shantrix was asking, are we gonna have a gaming stream this weekend? I have someone in town visiting this weekend, so probably not this weekend. I'll shoot for next weekend. I think next weekend we can do it. But that is another thing I wrote down in my calendar. I want to get back. This server started because of gaming. The whole roots of this are me playing Fortnite with kids during the pandemic and then telling them, hey, you got a lot of, eliminations in this round. How are you doing on your math homework? And then we started kind of blending the two. And in the last year or so, I've definitely started decreasing the gaming because people have needed more help with the math and science. And so I only have so much time myself, so I started shifting more of it towards teaching. But my goal this year is to reintegrate, again, what's the unique thing here? If you just wanted to learn, you go to Khan Academy or some shit. But if you want to have a little bit of a diverse educational experience, that's what I intended to do with this server. So yeah, not this weekend. I got someone in town. Next weekend, yes. I already have a guest for the AMA podcast that wants to come by, I think next Friday. Again, I have a friend in town this weekend, so I can't do anything this weekend. But next Friday, I think Jess wants to come on. She was on one of our streams, I want to say a couple months ago. It was a very successful stream. She's a therapist. And she reached out to me, actually. She said, hey, I know it's probably a rough time for a lot of people now with, the inauguration. There's the fucking wildfires. It's the new year. There's a lot of shit going on. Do you think it would help your students if we did another episode together? And I was like, hell yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Jess is awesome. She's a great therapist and has had quite a fucking story herself in life. So we'll bring her on for the next Golden Hour guest. And then I have another one actually who I think is interested in. So yes. When AI takes over, all is left is Fortnite? Oh, I don't think so. What? No.
You done messed up, AA Ron!
Okay. All right. Okay. That being said, we can draw hands. It can't. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't know how to draw hands. I will say my one friend, his name is DC. He was also on this podcast back in February of last year, almost a year ago. He's the quantum gravity researcher. He's been doing a lot of stuff with AI recently, and the recent thing I had him kind of exploring, because we have a bunch of ChatGPT credit, like AI API credit from just being a nonprofit. They give us like $2,000 a year to just mess with. So he's doing this thing where he was just doing image generation. So he was using ChatGPT, and I think DALL-E is their image generation program, to create icon packs. Because I said, hey, because I got to renew the grant next week, and I think there's like $1,600 left on the account. So I told him, yo, you can blow through the $1,600 in the next 3 days if you want. Just go for it. And one thing that blows through money pretty quickly is generating images. But the cool thing with this is, so look at these. He's having AI go through a bunch of electrical components. Here, there's a whole chat he sent me on how it works. But okay. He says, I prompted 50 circuit components, 50 more, then looped through each and asked it to extract metadata, text for the component, common uses, advanced application, and then he sends that in to create an image, and then he says simple clean background, and this is what it's doing. So for instance, this is bandpass filter apparently. Doesn't really look like a bandpass filter, so that one's not too great, but let's see, maybe there's a better one. Certain things it'll get right, certain things it won't. Yeah, are you going to teach us how to start our own nonprofit so we can screw other companies as well? Well, I'm not screwing it over. I'm just using the extra. Yeah, it's just money they gave us. This is cool. Analog multiplexer. This kind of looks like an analog multiplexer. But note that, yeah, AI is not very good at text. Do you see how it doesn't really know what to put in? This looks like Hebrew or something. It's not very good at putting text down yet. I don't know why that is. I should get someone to talk about that. What's up, Smog? Good to see you. I mean, this is good. This is an air core inductor. Yeah. This is a very cool picture of an air core inductor, actually. Yeah. And that's all generated by AI. Yeah. Carbon film pattern. I mean, that's cool. It's not really a carbon film resistor, but... So, yeah. I think originally what I wanted to use the AI credit for, and we did use this a lot earlier in the year, was analyzing all of the recordings of these streams and finding out where the most useful educational information was discussed, like what timestamps it was at, and then classifying it, and then putting it into a spreadsheet that shows when that topic is taught during the year. And so the idea would be to then just sort through everything, because we have hours, probably, I would venture to say thousands upon thousands of hours of streams that are recorded. But within those streams, there's probably only, little 5-10 minute chunks of really useful educational content, and being able to extract that out, classify it, put it into like a database of some sorts. And then so people, say they want to know what the Pythagorean theorem is, and I've taught this like 40 fucking times at this point, you can just type that in and it would just find the specific, or in this case, it would find the best time that we did that on this stream, and you could see the little video of it. It's kind of like a mini like search algorithm, but turning all the stuff we have here into content that's searchable. Wow. So that's one thing we did with the AI. And then I tried posting some of it, and it just didn't do very well on the algorithm, so I said, no. I kind of put my efforts into other things. What's up, Matt Spellbook? Yeah, I hope you're doing well, too. All right, cool. That's enough of me blabbing and stuff. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, let me know. Otherwise, I'll start doing some math questions. Cool. All right, let's go. Let's talk about cats. I love cats. All right, welcome everyone to Actual Education Office Hours. My name is Dr. Skull. This stream helps us math homework, science homework, all sorts of fun stuff.
Perfect.
Let's see what we got at first question for today. Wait, Sensation, do you own any cats?
No.
Have you ever owned a cat?
Many.
Many cats. Many cats.
I've always lived in quite rural areas, so lots of cats, lots of dogs, lots of horses.
You probably have lots of street cats too, right? Lots of wild cats.
No, funnily enough.
Oh. My friends were at a rave this last weekend, and they said a wild pack of dogs just came to their rave, and then they took them all home. Like, excuse me?
Okay.
They're like, we're trying to find homes for these dogs. So confused.
Well, that works.
What? Lots of Asian people? Wow, Jeff. Jeff.
Oh no.
Oh man, Jeff.
Koreans eat cats and Chinese eat dogs.
Do the Koreans actually eat cats? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Damn. That's kind of whack. Wild.
To be
yeah.
fair, the French eat horses, so it's...
The French do eat horses, and there used to be a thing called ortolan, which was a really cruel way of how they ate birds. I don't know. I mean, we're humans. We eat all the other species below us. I guess it just kind of hurts if it's a domesticated pet. The bird hat thing? Yes, Jeff, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Remember how the vegans think milk is produced?
Oh, right. Yeah, just punching cows. Well, one of my students here asked if milk was from cows just, like, taking a piss. I was like, excuse me?
Surprise, motherfucker.
That's not true.
That concerns me greatly.
I know it does. All right. For how many positive integers x does there exist the rectangular prism here, such that... Wait, what? Oh. PR is... Oh, okay, this is a diagonal, right? Is that what we're saying? This thing is 1867. PV... They love this 2019, man. I've seen this in so many other questions, bro. They love this. PV is 2019. Okay.
Wait, what's the closest prime number? 2017?
Is 2017 prime?
I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head.
Oh, someone says it's the year of the test. Ah, okay, that makes sense then. And PT is equal to X. Okay, so that's this. Okay. Well, anytime I see like positive integers, I start thinking like Pythagorean theorem, because the Pythagorean theorem is the only thing that kind of relates. Well, first of all, these kind of look like triangles, right? And triangles have very specific numbers that work to satisfy the sides and the hypotenusae, or hypotenuses, such as 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13. I forget what the next one is, but something 24 maybe. I don't know. So yeah, I think we're gonna look for something like this. 1867 looks like well, yeah, well 6810, but that's a copy of this. I want like the next unique one. I think it's like it's is it 10, 12, 24? No, I forget what it is. Anyways, I wonder if 1867's up there, and is 2019 prime? It's actually a good question.
2017's prime. 2019.
Oh, 3 times 673. Okay. Which are both prime. Ah, the digits add to... This is a very good... Yeah, Jeff brings up a very good point here. If you want to figure out if something's divisible by 3, see if the digits add up to something that's divisible by 3. Thank you. 7, 24, 25. I knew there was a 24 in there somewhere. Okay. Anyways. PT
There's
is
another
X.
thing about the 9 times table where everything adds up to 9 or multiples of 9.
Yeah, sometimes there's stuff like that. Oh, here are all the fun ones. Yeah, these are all the triples. These are cool. You really only need to know, I think, these 3 for most math competitions. They make you realize that sucks, dude. I wouldn't want to do all those. Okay. Maybe it's also a triangle inequality. I think it's going to be a triangle. So there's another thing called the triangle inequality, which says that the sum of 2 sides has to be greater than or equal to the third side. Okay. So, all right, no, I think it has to be greater than. I think that's what it is. I don't think it'd be equal to. Oh, it can be equal to. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, these are cool. So the sum of 2 sides has to be greater than or equal to the third side. Equal flat is a flat triangle. Okay, yeah, cool. Gotcha. Thanks, Jeff. All right. So, I'm going to assign some variables to things just in case. Let's call this A, let's call this B, and then let's call this C. All right? Okay. So C is the height. C is the height of the thing. So in this case, I know that A squared plus B squared is equal to 1867 squared. Right? In order for the red one to hit. For the blue one to hit, we know that A squared plus C squared is equal to 2019 squared. And then for the purple one, we know that B squared plus C squared is equal to X squared. Okay. And I want to know how many positive integers of X here solve this. Ooh, very cool. So, I kind of see some fun thing with this, because I see how I can get rid of A if I like subtract them from each other. So I know that what's this? C squared minus B squared is 2019 squared minus 1867 squared. SP equals QR, he says. Yes, I agree with that. Non-linear Diophantine equation. Oh. Just gotta find X. I do note the difference of squares. Correct. Yeah, I do see this. So this tells me that C minus B, C plus B is equal to, what is this, 2019 minus 1867 times 2019 plus 1867. Yeah, that's a difference of squares. Factor fully, he says. Correct. Yeah, if I do this one... Sorry, I did this one minus this one because I wanted a positive number. Oh, the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Yeah, we've used this before. What's the fundamental theorem of... wait, is it of algebra or arithmetic? Every integer greater than 1 can be written as the unique product of prime numbers. Is it the fundamental theorem of algebra? There was a fundamental of algebra. This one comes up a lot too. No, this had to do with complex roots. Yeah, roots to polynomials. Thanks, Endar. Appreciate that. Yeah, I remember that's what it was. Oh, actually, wait a minute, guys. Okay, yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, all right. So 2019. Sorry, I need a calculator for this because I don't really trust my brain right now. Do you get a calculator on this exam, by the way? Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have 2019 minus 1867. That's 152. Times 2019 plus 1867? This is a very big number, Jeff. I don't know about that. 596.72. Oh, you want them as factors. Okay. Sorry, my bad. All right. Don't multiply them. Okay, cool. All right, I see. Okay, I think I see where you're getting this from. Yeah, okay. So, this is going to be 152 times 3886 is equal to C minus B, C plus B. Wait, doesn't that tell me what C and B are already? Wait, whoa. Wait, what? Yeah? No, but look at this. This is C minus B, C minus B, C plus B, C plus B. Does that not work? Oh, I was kind of hoping it would, right? I literally see it. There are other factorizations. Gross. Damn. Okay, wait. So you want me to factor this completely? Why? Any primers, favorite math and science? Dude, Keck W, dude. Thank you, Mondo, dude. Appreciate that. Any Okay. Alright, I think I see where they're getting at. Okay. Wait. This is 76, right? Right? And this is 2, and then 38, and then 2, and then 19. Right? This is a mess. Ew. This hurts me. 1943, right? 10. Is 1943 prime? I don't think it divides by 3. No. Definitely doesn't divide by 5. I don't think it divides by 6. May divide by 7. No. Yeah, no, you're exact, Mono. Yeah, Mono, these aren't really like math questions. These are math challenge questions is what they are. Yeah. 29 times 67, dude. What? Is that really what it is? One sec. Okay. I don't know how I would have gotten this. on an exam or on a test, but okay, sure. And then I do believe 67 is prime, right? Yeah. Yeah, 67 has to be prime, right? Yeah, 67 is prime, and 29 is also prime. Okay, cool. All right. This guy doesn't even know what 2967 is off the dome. I know. I'm a failure, dude. Crime. Crime to math humanity. Okay, 2 cubed times 19 times 29. Wait, no, 2 to the 4th. Sorry. Times 19 times 29 times 67. No, this is a calculator question. But I don't know if I would have been able to just get this off even using a calculator. I'd have to be going through 1943 and like dividing it a bunch of fucking times till I found something. These are big primes. Okay. So cool. So that tells me what C minus B and C plus B multiplied to each other are. Bum. But then how is that going to let us figure out all the possible values of X? Because we got to assume that they're... yeah, here's the problem right here. Can you see it? Yes, we can figure out all the possible values of B and C. And then am I supposed to go through and check to see which ones are Pythagorean triples? But yeah, the problem is also on Discord. If you go to our Discord, well, that's sensation.
Why?
It's because if I open,
I know.
Yeah, I opened OBS before I opened the second Discord window. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure, I can get the values for C and B, but then I have to check all of them. I feel like that would suck. And because I know there's almost 2,000 different combinations for this, I'm not going to do that. Right? Yeah. All right. I think it has to do something with... Again, it's something with these three equations. What we've done here, Zagaz, is we've just basically written out what the... distance equations would be for these three lines in terms of three sides A, B, and C. Where's the Discord? Oh, it's right here. And then there's a channel called Help Screenshots, and it's like it'll be one of the more recent screenshots. Okay, I'm tempted to think that if we used these two to generate this equation, then I should use that with this equation to get an expression with just C, X, and this. And then I think this is easier to solve. Yeah, maybe try to get X to be in some range. Yeah. Yeah, the right side's a perfect square. Yeah, for here. If I add these together, right? The B and the minus B cancel. And so that would get me that 2C squared Wait, no, sorry, I'm not adding those two. Sorry, I'm adding this one and this one together. This will get me that 2c squared is equal to x squared plus this mess. 152, 3886. Which if I divide that by 2, right? I get c squared minus 152, 1943 has to be equal to x squared. Take the square root of that number. What? Okay, we could. Yeah, let's try to do it. I don't think it'll turn into anything because we already factored this out, Jeff. Right? We didn't see anything that came out nicely. Yeah, see, that's just ugly. Yeah, because if I were to square root, I would get this, and then this would be left over. So I would get 4 square root of 19 times 29 times 67. Which isn't the best. Yeah. Fuck. Oh, we're close on this one. Yeah, maybe we need to consider what's the lowest x could be and what's the highest x could be, right? Because it's not Lethal Weapon, sorry. It's the triangle. Reki, what's up, dog? What happened, dude? Are you okay? Are you safe? Yeah, what if we do this? Okay, so a plus b has to be less than a plus b, and a minus b. Well, okay, so a plus b in this triangle is x. So from the triangle inequality, we can say that x has to be less than or equal to a plus b. And wait, do we assume that? No, but x is an int. Well, okay, if x is an integer, well, no, these could still be decimals, right? If they're both decimals and they end up being an integer, which is nice. Fuck. It's not a plus b, sorry, it's b plus b. B plus c. Dang.
You would think that the question would only give you integers.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the side lengths have to be integers.
How many positive integers does there exist for an integer?
It says, wait, square both sides of that. You want me to square both sides of this? X squared has to be less than or equal to b squared plus c squared plus 2bc. I forget if you're allowed to do that with inequalities. Are you allowed to just like square it? Are you allowed to do this? I'm not sure that works. If I say like -2 is less than or is greater than or equal to -4, but then I square it, I get 4 is greater than or equal to 16. This doesn't make sense. Yeah. I don't think you just blanket square things like that.
Yeah, because then if you square root it, then it's a different set of numbers.
He says, but never mind anyways. Shantrix, you got a hint? You got a hint for us, maybe? Oh, if you know both sides are positive. Oh, you can. Okay. All right, what's this hint? Let's see what the hint is. Shantrix has a hint. You can also tell me if the solution is incredibly long-winded. And then, okay, we got a hint. We got a hint coming in from Santrix. Let's see what the hint is. Let's see how this hint helps us out. Oh, fuck. Got rid of it. 1 sec. Okay, there's the hint. So they added them all up. Wow. Okay. So they took my 3 things here. So we were right. We were right writing this out. This was cool. But they added them all together. Okay. So they added this plus this plus this. A squared plus B squared plus C squared equals 1867 squared plus 2019 squared plus X squared. Does that actually work? Sorry. Wait, you have 2 A's. Okay, you have 2 B's and you have 2 C's. Okay, cool. And then you have to find A, B, and C from this. I'm not sure how this helps us. Yeah, let me see the second hint. Because, I don't know. Oh god, it's getting more complicated. This is the second hint. Since A squared plus B squared equals 1867 squared, then C squared what? Whack. Whack. Wow, Mondo, thanks for the sub, dude. UG, dude. Thanks, dog. Okay. Blame Soar. Yeah, I've seen Soar. If you let A equal to Y, you have a hyperbole. Yeah, none of this really helps though because I need I need positive integers. This is the tricky thing, is they say I need integers. Since oh god, this is getting really messy for a solution. Since A, B, and C are edge lengths of the prism, then ABC is greater than 0. Since A squared is greater than 0. Okay. So they come up with cute expressions for A, B, and C. Uh-huh. Okay. Wow, this is super ass backwards. I would not have gotten this. Okay, I agree with up to this point. Like, cool dog. But then they say C squared is equal to, let's call this jumbly mess or whatever. C squared is equal to this minus A plus B squared. But A plus B squared, or sorry, minus A squared plus B squared. And A squared plus B squared is 1867 squared. So this is the same thing as minus 1867 squared. Okay, which is going to since there's half of one here and there's a whole one here, this is like 2 of these over 2. So that makes this thing negative. I see. Okay. All right, and then you can repeat the process for b squared and then for a squared. Okay, so then you get these expressions, which is that c squared is equal to this, b squared is equal to this, a squared is equal to this. And then you know all of these sides have to be greater than 0 because it's a real rectangle, right? So this must be greater than 0. This must be greater than 0. This must be greater than 0. You can get rid of all the 2's. You can just multiply it by 2 on both sides. Okay. So now I get that x squared is greater than 2019 squared. Sorry. Is greater than 1867 squared minus 2019 squared. But this one doesn't make any sense anyways. Because x has to be positive. This is already negative. So now I know, I don't really even care about this one. Okay, this one maybe I do. X squared is greater than 2019 squared minus 1867 squared. That one's okay, cool. And then this one says that x squared is less than 1867 squared plus 2019 squared. Okay, I see. So here's your 2 conditions. So then we just figure out what this is. Okay. 2019 squared minus 1867. I see how it works now. I wouldn't have gotten this. Oh, that is the wrong exponents. Yeah, okay, cool. That's a big number. But I guess you get a calculator on this. So 590,672. And then that's the smallest number it can be. Oh, we square root that though, right? Ooh. So x has to be greater than 768.5. So 769 is the closest integer it can be. Square root that. So the biggest it can be is 240, 274. Yeah. X has to be less than 27. 49.9. So we're just going to include this number. So we're going to say 2749. And then 768. Yeah, exactly. So then we do 2749 minus 768 plus 1 should get the answer of 1982. Who was born in 1982? I wasn't. Wait, 769? Why 769? Oh, you're so right. Yeah. Sorry. Because 768.5, yeah, this has to, yeah, you're right. You're right, Jeff. Good save, dude. Here, you get a save for that. Okay. Oh, whatever. So it's 1981. Yeah. Which is answer choice E. Yeah. Is that correct, Santrix? Is it 1981? Yeah, you're right. 769 is what it's supposed to be. Yep. Nice. Cool. Oh, there's a solution. Oh, thanks. This was also question number 25. Question number 25 is always the hardest question on these math competitions. So, we're doing the equivalent of going to the gym and trying to 1-rep max, basically, on stuff. We're trying to do the hardest thing, which means everything underneath this would be so much easier. All my homies hate question 25. I understand why.
That's dope.
That's dope, Mondo. Yeah, there you go, bro. Okay, but again, this kind of applies to what we did in the last stream, which was this. You see how this was like the same kind of question? And we had the same idea to write out the 3 lines in terms of different, basically, triangle distance equation things. And then once we had those, the additional bit that I probably should have paid more attention to when Shantrix said get x in between 2 values was I had the right idea to try to combine 2 of these and then get a third one. And I was trying to see like, oh, maybe I can just find out how many integers of x this needs to be. But the better idea would have been to add all of them up, get something like this, and then individually solve for A, B, and C, and then know that A, B, and C all have to be greater than 0. So yeah, cool. Thanks for the follow, Lava Dude. That's dope, man. Just for Mondo.
That's dope.
Okay. This must be harder than the Putnam if question 6 is the hardest there. I don't know, actually. Is the Putnam also a French question thing? Not French, sorry, Canadian. I already gave you a coin, Centrix. I messed up, sorry. I have to take one away. We can't have bonflation happening. Okay. What's up, Messi? Cool. All right, nice. Great. Let's go on the next question. Ooh, I like this. Oh, thanks, man, dude. Appreciate it, Lava. Wow. We got 50 cheers. Dope, dude. Thanks, Lava, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, we help kids out with math and science. How'd you find us? Just on the main page or something? Let us know if you have a stream yourself. I always like to check out what other people are streaming. Yeah, welcome, Lava. Yeah, so there's a whole series of us, Lava, that do a lot of math streams. Here's a list of all the streamers that are our friends, buddy, partners. And then here's a calendar of all the streams and when they do math and science stuff. It's really cool. We mainly help kids out with their math and science homework, but people like Zach, Either2iPie, they run like full-on courses where they'll just teach, advanced intermediate level math stuff for free on Twitch. All right, Aced, what's up? Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Shantrix. Yeah. I'm not punishing you. Okay. A puck is on a frictionless ice at 6.25 meters per second for 3 seconds. Mass is 0.3 kilograms. After frictionless ice, the puck enters a rough patch where it comes to a complete stop after 3 seconds. What is the coefficient of friction? What's the total displacement of the puck? This is such a classic physics question. They love this one. Okay. So let's see. We have this. We have the ice. And then we have the rough patch it's going to go through. That Zamboni might just... Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, it's like... It's super, super slick. This is rough. Okay. And then let's get a puck in there. I'm going to have the puck be rectangular. I know it's kind of not, but whatever. Okay. Right. Oh, no, that's okay. So, yeah. So, this is the puck. No, I know exactly what they're asking here, Ace, because this gets asked all the time. This has a mass of 0.3 kilograms. Okay. So, it's traveling at 6.25 meters per second for 3 seconds. That's going to tell me the distance it travels here, right? So, we can refer to this as, let's call this like D1, right? Wow, thank you, dude. Why did it delete your message? Oh, it's just the cheers. Wow, that's a lot of cheers. Wow, thanks, dog. Sorry, my auto mod is sometimes it checks on the spams, but I appreciate that. Wow, look at all.
We get it. Try saying something creative.
Dude, Nightbot needs to chill out, dude. Nightbot, don't come after my people who are cheering me, dude. Like, that's wrong. Chill, Nightbot. Yes. So this is going to be equal to velocity times time. The real equation for this usually is x naught plus v naught t plus 1/2 at squared. But because there's no acceleration, on the ice because it's frictionless, which means there's no force of friction to slow this thing down. This is going to go away. And so you literally just have this. It's just velocity times time. So in that case, that's going to be the 6.25 times the 3 seconds. Okay? And then it's going to enter a rough patch. So this is when it's going to start slowing down, unfortunately. And it's going to... Okay. The reason why this thing... Nightbot is cheeky, dude. Air resistance depends on the speed of the object, but static electricity does not. No. Static Wait, are you talking about friction due to static electricity or what? Yeah. Oh, static friction. Yeah, no, static friction is, first of all, it's a smart force, which means static friction only applies... Sorry. Let me rewind. You're talking about kinetic friction. Kinetic friction does not depend on the velocity. Static friction, the thing is not moving. Static friction is the maximum amount of force friction can provide to keep something still. Yeah. But, yeah. Kinetic friction, yeah, it's okay. Kinetic friction, you're right, like Endar said, only depends on the normal force and the coefficient of friction. So that's what comes into play here. So this is the force of friction, which is equal to, if the thing is moving, which we know it is because it's slowing down, it's mu k Fn. All right? And it turns out this will be Fg. This will be Fn. And Fn is just equal to Mg at this point. Oh, yeah. No, static friction is 100%. Okay, so little side tangent, side quest real quick. So if you have an object, let's say this, and let's say this thing weighs, I don't know, 100 kilos, okay? And there's a coefficient of static friction that's equal to 0.5, okay? So, we know that because the thing has 100 kilos, it's going to have a force of gravity pointing down that's equal to mg, so that's 9.8 times the 100. Sorry, g times m. So that's going to be 9,800 newtons. Okay? Which means the normal force is also going to be equal to 9,800 newtons. Okay. Now, if I apply let's say I push on this thing with a force of 10 newtons, which is not very much. This block is not going to move. No. Because these 10 newtons will easily get pushed back with a force of friction, which is 10 newtons. It does not heat up, and there is no energy. Because, again, energy only comes from force times distance. There has to be distance in order for there to be energy. Yeah, you technically do no work. When you push on an object and the object doesn't move, there is no energy happening. Technically, there are calories in your body which are straining in order to place the force. But from a purely physics point of view, there's no energy. No deformation. Yeah, we're also assuming that you're not breaking things. Yeah. I mean, this is... I assume this object is fairly rigid. So anyways, why this is a smart force is because if I apply 10 newtons, I get 10 newtons back. I wouldn't get... so what I like to always calculate is what's called the maximum force of static friction, which is Fs max. And that's equal to mu s Fn, which in this case would be 0.5 times the 9,800. So that's 4,900 newtons. Okay. So that is the maximum amount of force that the static friction can provide to keep this thing still. Some students will like mistakenly put 4,900 here, and that's wrong. No. Because if you're pushing here with 10 forward and with 40 and friction's pushing with 4,900 back, this thing's gonna fly all the way to the left. And like, I don't know, you're gonna have a bad time. So yeah. If you apply 100 newtons, friction applies 100 back. If you apply 1,000 newtons, it provides 1,000 back. I just made this coefficient up. I just made this one up. This is an example. This is just an example. So the key thing here is that in order to get this thing to move, I have to apply like 4,900 newtons and like a little bit. Like that's the boundary. Once I go over like 4,900, which is like the breaking point, then this thing starts moving and you end up using a different coefficient, which is called the kinetic coefficient friction, and that's usually less. That in this case, maybe it's like 0.1. Maybe it's a very, I don't know, whatever, slippery surface or something. In that case, now friction would only provide 980 newtons back against whatever you're pushing forward. So there's a threshold. This is why if you're ever trying to push an object, you notice how you're pushing, and eventually once you get it to break, once you get it to move, it's a lot easier. It's because that coefficient switches from a static to a kinetic, and the kinetic coefficient is less. So friction fights you less once it's moving. Yeah. It's a cool concept, and actually I've done a lot of I do a big YouTube or TikTok video on this concept, because this one's, I find that this concept, yes, from a math point of view it is, because people are like, oh, what if you apply exactly 4,900? Does it move or does it not? And it's kind of like, it's the breaking point. You know, if there's a tiny bit more it moves, and a tiny bit less it doesn't. Sometimes I feel like a dumb force. No, you don't, Penn Center. You're the smartest force out there. Yeah, shout out to Penn Center. Penn Center's a cool guy. Anyways, so yeah, that's why we call it a smart force, because it only applies the force it needs to keep the thing still. All right, anyways, so back to this question. Okay, sorry. If you throw a ball at it and it doesn't move, where does the momentum go? Where does the momentum go? I mean, technically the Earth moves a tiny bit, but it's like mv equals mv, and because the Earth is so massive, the amount that the Earth moves is basically zero. Does that make sense? You are right about, and this is something, I don't know if Ace has gone through this yet with momentum. Yeah, because the object is connected to the Earth. Yeah, correct. Yeah. You're right that this has like m1, v1, and then this is mass of the Earth, basically, and the velocity is equal to 0. And so if this thing switches, right, it bounces off and goes in the other direction. Technically, the whole Earth moves to the right. But because this is so massive, this is basically 0. Yeah. Okay. So here's cool. It says it comes to a complete stop after 3 seconds. What is the coefficient of friction, and what is the total displacement of the puck? All right. When I see time in there, that makes me think that I need to use some equation with time and velocities, because complete stop means v final is equal to 0. But v initial here, let's do everything in the brown. Yeah, here I'll do everything in brown colors for the rough part. So this is v initial is 6.25. V final is equal to 0. So if we use v final is equal to v initial plus a times t, we get that 0 is equal to 6.25 plus a times 3 seconds. Okay? That tells me what the acceleration of this puck needs to be in order for it to slow down and come to a halt. Okay? So, do a little bit of math there, right? And I get that a is equal to negative 3 over 6.25. Oh, no. Sorry. I did it. Yeah, sorry. 6.25 over 3. My bad. Yeah. Negative 2.08. Okay. That's the acceleration that this puck needs to experience. Now, the acceleration is happening in the x direction, which means I need forces to be happening in the x direction. And the only force that's in the x direction is the force of friction pushing it back, which is good because that's negative. It's going to the left, and our acceleration needs to also be negative. So the force would need to be negative. So it checks out. So that force, negative 2.0, which is m times a, equals F. So you get negative 2.08. And yeah, I'm going to leave the m actually here, just for now. I'm going to show you why. So you have negative 2.08, and then you have m out front. This is ma, is equal to the force. The force is equal to mu k Fn, and Fn is equal to mg. So we say mu k mg. The reason why I kept the mass as a variable is because these will cancel out now. And so now you just have that mu k is equal to negative 2.08 over g. Nice. This is also negative because this force is pointing to the left. Yeah. All right. So let's see if we get that. Let's pull a calculator out. 2.08 divided by 9.8. That gives you a coefficient of friction of 0.212. Or 0.213. That's close enough, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Right, so mu k is equal to 0.213-ish. Okay, good. That's the correct answer. Total displacement of the puck. They love doing this in physics because you got to use the other physics equation for displacement. So you always want to remember what the kinematics equations. These are them. I use these all the time. Okay, so these are the kinematics equations. And what we say is I want something that has displacement here. And actually, we have everything. I could use any of these, honestly, right? Well, I could use this. I could use any of these four if I really wanted to. You want to use this one, dude? I guess it works. It does technically work. Okay, fine. Yes. So that delta x, it's such an obscure one that it's almost never used. This one is usually, yeah, this is the one I would usually use. But you'll get the same answer with all these. I will say that this is the nicest one calculator wise. You're right. Yeah, no, and from a math point of view, you're right, Jeff. The velocity does decrease linearly. Right? If this is v versus t, it does do this. So if you want the area under this, it's also just the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. That's kind of like the calculus explanation for where it comes from. Jeff Obscure, damn savage. Yeah. I'm sorry, Jeff. Yeah, this equation is almost never used. But from a mathematical point of view, it is very pretty how it works. Because displacement is the area under a velocity graph. And if the velocity is linearly decreasing because there's a constant acceleration, because acceleration is the slope of velocity, then you just get a triangle. No jerks. Yeah, no derivatives of acceleration allowed. You know the next ones are snap, crackle, pop, Endar? Yeah. Anyways. You could use this one. So that's just 3.125 times 3, which is 375? And then you're going to add that to this. So plus the 18.75. So that's going to get you 28.5 28.125. Is that the correct answer? Snap's nickname is Jounce. It is Jounce. Oh, okay, Shantrick. What's your science test in? It's okay if you have to leave. Atomic theory. Ooh, that sounds scary. Oh, it's just so it's just like what is it? The Bohr model, the plum pudding model, all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Ace is the correct answer. 27.125. Is that what we got? Sorry. 28.125. Curious. Nice. 28. Good. Good job. Let me. I want to see the snap crackle pop thing. Yeah, it's called jerk. So here we go. These are technically what they are. So it's position, velocity, acceleration, jerk, snap, which is called jounce. I don't know what British person came up with jounce, and then crackle and pop. Oh, famished here. Sorry, you can say bad words. My bad. Can't say bad. There you go. Now you can say bad words. Yeah, it is. What's going on? Yeah. It is funny. Yeah. Physicists have a lot of. They're what do we say? They're quirky, snarky. Physicists are snarky. If you look at the name of the subatomic particles when they first got named, here they are. Oh, dude, did they get rid of beauty? Oh, they keep changing the names to make them like more appropriate, I guess. Yeah, but these are the names for the different things that compose up of protons and neutrons and electrons. And yeah, they had one called there's the up quark, down quark, strange, charm, and I thought there was a beauty one. Strange bottom.
Nice.
Yeah, strange bottom. Imagine if it said like power bottom. They replaced beauty with bottom. Is that really what happened? Wow, why did they replace it from beauty to bottom, dude? What? That's not nice of them. Oh, it was in 1975. Wait. Was there another one that got renamed? Anyways, yeah, they're all cool. These are called quarks. So these are things that we used to think that electrons and protons and neutrons were the smallest building blocks of things in the universe, and then we discovered that things make those things, and that's what quarks are, and gluons and all those things. Yes, Sarah, we do linear algebra. What's up? You need help?
Let's say that's not that recent. I learnt that in secondary school.
Did you learn it was
for a
called?
while?
You learned about the quarks and the leptons and the gauge, like all these weird things.
Leptons, muons, yeah.
Are quarks
Oh,
real
rather,
particles? They are real, definitely real.
I was made aware of their existence. That's about as far as it took it, because it would give you a cross section of an atom, and it's like, this is what's inside an atom.
Yeah. Let me get your point, Ace. One sec. There you go, Ace. I don't forget. He is math itself. I am not math itself. Far from it.
But yeah, you can't blame the British for jounce anyway.
They didn't come up with jounce, really?
Late Middle English, so that would be the Normans.
The Normans. Oh, okay.
The British didn't exist at that point in history.
Shantrick says the French.
Well, technically.
It does keep people motivated. Thanks, Famished. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah. They keep participating. It's amazing what kids will do for $10. Although that's another thing. I need to figure out more ways to fund this because we did manage to clear the credit card payment this month, but next month is looking questionable. But I have ideas. Don't take that out of context, Keck W. Yeah, I know. I always have to say with great power comes great responsibility, right? Yeah. William the Conqueror. Yeah, he does sound like an English guy. I reward myself with TV shows or movies. Yeah. See, the problem is that if the kids were in control of the rewards, they would just give them to themselves all the time. There has to be someone saying that you must complete this first. Like self-restraint is hard.
That's why I
Bill the
don't prefer
Conqueror?
that.
They want it to be Bill the Conqueror sensation instead of William the Conqueror.
I'm right though. William the Conqueror was French, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, I guess.
And yeah.
Yeah, Famished. I'm the worst with TV shows. If there's a lot of episodes in it, I will just binge them. I hate when they put out a TV show and they release all the episodes at once. I'm screwed. Because I'll just go through all of them and I'll be, oh, what just happened to like the last 6 hours? Yeah, I didn't watch the newest Squid Game, but I heard it was good. Ooh, here, let me help Sarah out real quick, just because we haven't helped out Sarah. I think in forever, ever, maybe. Sarah, have I ever helped you, Sarah?
A while.
How long has Sarah been in the server?
Since October.
Oh, okay. Sarah's been around. Oh, it was last semester? Okay, cool. Let's help you out now. And then I will resume the list. Do you have a mic, Sarah? Do you want to talk? You don't have to if you don't want to on the stage. You can also just type if you want, but it's an option. Here, I have to invite you to speak, so just hit accept. There you go.
Oh,
And now you
okay.
can talk. There we go. What's up, Sarah?
Hey.
Boost your
I just had I've been taking linear algebra this semester, and I've
Yeah.
low-key been having trouble. So
It's okay.
I'm gonna go through it.
I had a lot of problems in linear algebra too, honestly. Do you know that one of our people here is teaching linear algebra?
Oh,
like
really?
on Twitch? Yeah.
Oh,
It's Penn Center. It's, yeah, he's actually in our chat just talking about sad news, Dr. Gold. All the people I've talked to cannot help me with the nonprofit yet. Oh, yeah, you gotta find a lawyer that has pro bono hours, Penn Center. But yes, Penn Center is running a linear algebra course. So we'll help you on the stream here just to help you, but to let you know that there are more times when I'm not streaming that you can also get help with linear algebra. And let me see when that is. Yes. What time zone are you in, Sarah, by the way? Ish.
Eastern.
Eastern. Okay. So you may still be in school, but 2 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays, your time. 2 p.m.
Mondays and Wednesdays?
Mondays and Wednesdays, yeah. Penn Center he's doing a course on here, I'll show you. He's doing a course on linear algebra. And so if you're having a hard time with your current teacher, or if you don't have a teacher, maybe this is something you're just learning online, he's teaching it for free on Twitch. It's cool.
Okay.
And
Does
he
he have recordings?
Does he have what, sorry?
Does he have recordings? Or
He
is
does. Yeah, Penn
Okay.
Center says the VODs, which I know the recordings are always available afterwards. Here, I'll send you his Twitch. I'll put it in the chat here for you, and then we'll help you with your question. But just in case, if you ever want some extra help, there's Penn Center's Twitch, and he usually does streams as well where he's just doing homework help. And so if I'm not online and you want to help, you can always ask him as well.
Okay, that's great.
Sweet. All right, let's do your question though. Okay, find the values of h for which the vectors are linearly dependent. Justify your answer. Ooh, okay. Linearly dependent, I think, means that one vector is a combination of the other vectors. Okay? I believe that's what linearly independent means, that you can't make one vector from adding or summing the other ones.
Okay. And is like for I know in linear algebra is the combination is that only like addition and multiplication?
Correct. Yeah, linear means you're only allowed to multiply the things by a number and then add them or subtract them. Well, if you multiply them by a negative number, it basically would be subtracting. Penn Center says, I'm going to let you cook on this. Make me proud. Yeah. Linear algebra is... I need to take more of his course, honestly. So, for instance, if I had... let me just think. Let's say I had 1, 0, 1 and 0, 1, 0, right? Let's say these were just two vectors, okay? And let's call this one vector A and let's call this one vector B, all right? If I did A plus B, that would give me a dependent vector, which would just be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's say, for instance, I put a number in here. Let's say I put a 2 here, like 2A, right? Let's say it was 2A plus B. That would be 2, 1, 2. Okay. So then this is also still linearly dependent on these two.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have three vectors here. This is independent from this because there's no way to turn this one into this one directly from multiplying it, right? If I multiply this by 2, I get the 4 here, right? But then this becomes -4 and this becomes 8, so that doesn't work, right? So these as a pair are already independent. What's up, Obi? Thanks for the raid. But now I need to find out a way for this one to be linearly independent. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So let's say, for instance, that ooh, Endar has the cool definition here. I like this definition here. He says V1 and V2 and V3 are linearly dependent if there exists C1, C2, C3, so some constant, such that adding them all up is equal to 0. Oh, that's cool.
So that like how you should try to figure out if a set of vectors is linear dependent is to just see if like there's a combination for which you can set it up to where they're all equal to 0.
Correct. Well, where like the sum of them are equal to 0. So let me see. So let's call this like C1. I'm gonna say this is vector A, this is vector B, and this is vector C. Okay.
Mm.
So they're saying that A C1 plus B C2 plus C C3 is equal to 0. Okay. So if there exists some number, some series of numbers, C1, C2, and C3, that causes this to equal to 0, then they are linearly dependent. The example I would say with this, let's just do with like a 2-vector example. Let's say, for instance, I just have like 2, 2, and 4, 4. Okay. You can see by eye that these are already dependent, right? Because this one is just double this one. But the way to see this, right? So if I wanted to say C1 or A C1 plus B C2 is equal to 0, right? That would be 2A plus 4B is equal to 0 for like this top row. And then the bottom row would be like, yeah, 2A plus 4B is equal to 0. And you would see, okay, wow, yeah, there's a really cool thing that solves this, right? I just say A is equal to -2, B is equal to 1, and we're good. Yeah. If there wasn't a solution, so let's say, for instance, we had 2, 4 here, and then let's say this one was 3, okay? Now these are not linearly... It's like this jazz music is way too fucking loud. Chill out, trombone. Now, if I were to solve these, right? If you were just to do like the elimination method, do you see how you would just get 0, 1B is equal to 0? The only solution is for B here to be equal to 0, which it can't be.
Okay.
Yeah. You need all these constants to not be 0. So let me show you how you solve this one. I would just set up 3 systems of equations, and then see if there's a unique solution. If there's a unique solution, then they are linearly dependent. So in this case, I would say that
Nice.
2c1 plus 4c2 minus 2c3 is equal to 0. And then I would say minus 2c1 minus 6c2 plus 2c3 is equal to 0. And then we have 4c1 plus 7c2 plus hc3 is equal to 0. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And then we want to see basically what h has to be, right? What the values. Oh, okay. And we're saying maybe there are a couple values that this works for. All right, maybe. Let's see. Let me see. Yes. Okay. I'm just going through the chat real quick to see what other people are saying. Interesting. Oh, and then if it's perpendicular to the 2. Okay. Down.
Would you turn it into an augmented matrix and then row reduce it?
You could row reduce it, yeah, and then that would give you a value for h, or get you what the values for h have to be, I guess, right? You're saying like this. You could do 2, 4, minus 2, 0, minus 2, minus 6, 2, 0, and then 4, 7, h, 0. And then see what h has to be. Huh. Have you learned how to do row reduction?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's one way to do it. So the issue is that you're gonna get like h in here. There's gonna be h's like spilling out everywhere. I don't think we want to do that. That would suck. Let me see. And this is what does it say? It will cause what's the drop down here?
It says because this will cause x1, x2, or x3, and then the next one says to be a free or basic variable.
Oh, okay. X1 or X2 or X3 to be a free or basic variable. What is sorry, is X1, X2, X3?
I'm assuming that's what they use for A, B, and C.
Aha. Got you. Okay. X1, X2, X3. Okay. Let's see. If I were to... Let me think. Penn Center says I might do this by inspection. Yeah. So what? Penn, would you just add all 3 together? Yeah. I think h equals -4 is the only possibility. A and C are good to start with. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So they're saying, so in order to prove that they're linearly dependent, right? We have to show that the pairs are linearly dependent with each other, I think, right? So if I just look at these two, right? 2, -2, 4, and -2, 2h, the way to get from this vector to this vector is to multiply by -1, right? Do you see if I multiply this one by -1?
Yeah.
I get -2, I get 2, and then that means h would be equal to -4. Okay? So that's the only way to make these two linearly dependent on each other. And then, yeah, Penzender says it doesn't look super obvious what constants would make all three dependent. Yeah, I agree. But then let's think about like going from this one to this one. Okay. If I were to take this one and I need to get to -6, multiplying by -3 doesn't help me, right? Because this one ends up being 6 as well.
Right.
Okay. But if I were to take this one and let's say subtract 2 of these. So if I do C minus 2A, okay? So, or no, sorry, C plus 2A. Let's do C2 plus 2A. Then 2 plus 2 times -2. So that's 2. No. One second. Maybe I want -C plus 2A. Yeah. Let's see -C plus 2A. So that becomes -2 minus 4, which is -6. Okay, that one checks out for this. If I do this, that's 2. No, that one doesn't work either, though. Urgh. Gold, the determinant is 20H plus 80. Oh, because the first two are independent. Okay. Yeah. These two are independent of each other because there's no multiplier between these two that can turn one into the other one, right? And then this one can turn into this. No, not this one. Sorry. Yeah, this one can turn into this one. But what about vector B, guys? Wait, what? Do I care about vector B? I just need to show that. Like, how can I show that vector B is a combination of A and C? Yeah. Row reduction is the way I did it. Okay, fine. All right. We can see the row reduction method. Let's check that out real quick. Okay. Because again, when you see a question, Sarah, you don't want to know, oh, what's the one-off way to do it? You want to know a method where every time I do this, it works, right?
Right.
Right. Okay. Let's try this. Setting it up like this, and then let's row reduce. So first thing I'm going to do is divide this whole thing by 2, right? Because the way I like to do it is, right, you make this 1, and then you make this 0, 0, and then 0, and then 1, then 0, and then 0, 0, then 1, right?
Mm.
Okay. So then to do this one, I'm going to add 2 of this to this. So that's going to make this 0. That's going to make this -2. And that's going to make this 0. Oh, that kind of did some help for us, right? Okay. And then I'm going to add -4 of this to get rid of that. Okay. So then this becomes 0. -8 plus 7 becomes -1. And then this becomes H plus 4. Because I added -4 of it, right? Yeah. Okay. And then getting to this... Well, that's easy. We just add this to this one, right? So this one just goes away. Divide by 1, divide by 2, divide by -1, right? This just becomes 1. And then I just add this one to this one. Cool. Oh, this row reduces really nicely, actually. Oh, that's very cool. Okay, cool. So then in order to get this last one here, right, I need... I need H plus 4 times some value, right? -1 has to equal 0. How do I get that? Oh, 1 over h plus 4. The point is that it row reduces to the identity when h is not negative 4. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, there's like an opposite thing here, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It row reduces to the identity when h is not negative 4. Yeah, okay. So, okay, let me try to show this to you. So, if this is anything but negative 4, let's say h, for instance, was equal to negative 5. Okay?
Mhm.
Or let's say h was equal to negative 3. Then this whole thing here would be equal to 1, all right? And then I could use, you know, this vector plus this row to get this equal to 0. And then I would just get 1, 1, 1, right? I would get the identity matrix here, and I would get 0, 0, 0. So that would tell me that all the answer... That would tell me that the only solution to this is when C1, C2, and C3 are all equal to 0. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And if they're all equal, if the only solution is when they're all equal to 0, that means they're linearly independent. So in order for them to be dependent, I need this to not be negative 4. Or no, I need this to be negative 4. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, it's a fun problem. Drizzy says it's a fun problem. Someone in my chat says it's a fun problem. This is a mindfuck. I don't understand why this is fun. It is kind of cool though. Yes. Okay. 1 sec. Let me try to explain this real quick. I'm learning along as well with you, Sarah. Tell me if this is like not making sense to you. It's okay.
No,
It's not.
I got it.
Okay. Yeah. So if this is what they say, x1, x2, x3, and you have c1, x1 plus c2, x2 plus c3, x3 is equal to 0 for any combination besides c1 equals c2 equals c3, then they're dependent, I think. What do we say? Yeah. And if the only solution is that they all have to be equal to 0, then they're independent.
Okay.
So the only way to force there to be only the 0 solution is if this was not negative 4. So if it is negative 4, then they are dependent. Yeah. You're basically you're causing this thing to be 0, okay? Which means there's no ability for these two to then form this one. Yeah, I think. Oh, okay. Let me think about it in the matrix sense. Sorry. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Okay. Have you ever tried to like solve like a 3x3 matrix, right, with RREF, and then you end up eventually getting a row of just all zeros, right?
Yeah.
So this is like missing information, right? Because now you can't solve. Oh, sorry. Let me move away. Sorry. You can't solve for that third variable, right? You'd get like 1, 0, 0, like 5 or something. I don't know. Oh, sorry, let me get rid of this. Sorry. And then like 0, 1, 0, 3, right? This is called the free variable, right? Because now I have no information for how to figure out what x3 is, for instance. But I do have x1 and x2. This means x3 can be whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that when you were putting in your equations here, one of them was dependent on the other two because it didn't offer any new information. And anytime you have so many missing variables, you need that many linearly independent equations to solve for it. And so if you can't solve for all the variables, it means you don't have enough linearly independent equations to solve for it. Yeah. Does that make a little bit more sense? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm glad that helped. I learned a lot too with this, Sarah. So I appreciate you bringing this. This was kind of cool. But yeah, let me know with other questions as you're going through this if you need help. Otherwise, Penn Center's he's a great resource. He's better at linear algebra than I am. Cool. All right, nice. Good job to Sarah. Sarah gets point. Nice. Whew. I love linear algebra. It's my homie. Yeah, Penn Center loves linear algebra. He's the linear algebra king. Yeah. Yes. Make sure to go check out Penn Center if you need help with linear algebra. I mean, I appreciate learning it too. I think it's fun. That whole like linearly independent, linear dependent is such a mind fuck for me sometimes. I'm like, wait, which one's the? But I guess we figured out that you have to just RREF it and then figure out what value causes you to not be able to solve the RREF. Then that tells you that they're dependent on each other. Wow. That's cool. I learned something new today. Sensation, did you learn something new for that? Sensation says no.
I don't even know the basics, so no.
It's okay. Matrices are super cool. Like, go away, Olaf. This thing we were doing, setting it up like a matrix. This is how you can use systems of equations for really big systems of equations. So usually in basic high school and stuff, we just have 2 equations and 2 unknowns. And we learn the elimination method. We learn the substitution method, right? Have you done those before? If you're solving like x plus y is this. Yeah, good. Okay. So when you extend it to a third variable, then things get interesting. And this is where linear algebra can really help, because there are techniques within linear algebra that allow you to solve these bigger systems of equations. And some of the terminology you use to describe whether you can solve them or not has to do with whether the equations are linearly independent or dependent. That's where it all comes from. Anyways, cool. Good question. Ooh, we've got lots of questions coming up. Yeah, one sec. I said I would, well, I need to do, I gotta go in 20 minutes too, unfortunately. I have to go teach someone else in 20 minutes. So let me see. All right, I'm gonna go in order for who submitted questions. Adarsh, you around? We'll do yours. Then Reki Rek, and then Messi. Yes. Okay, Adarsh is here. Let's do it. Okay, at a grocery store, 20 fluid ounces of brand name vitamins sold for 95 cents. What is the unit price to the nearest cents? Ooh, this is cool. How do we do this? What is unit price in this case, Adarsh? This is a very fast one. I'm gonna make it harder. He is Adarsh. He's in the Twitch. Yeah, it's okay. Or not Adarsh, sorry. Kevin. He's in the Twitch. Yeah. Yeah, unit price is usually... So I always like to look at just like what the units are. So that's usually like some amount, which is like dollars per thing. Okay. So in this case, unit price... And they tell you, they say price per ounce. Okay. That means you want dollars on the top and ounces on the bottom. That's price per ounce. So, yeah, you said 20 divided by 0.95. Not quite. Because this is ounces over dollars. Okay. But unit price is dollars per ounce. So you want to do it the other way around. So you do 0.95 divided by 20. Yeah. Which, what is that? 4.5? 4.55? I think 4.55. Or 4 point... Hey, whatever, I could do it on a calculator. I'm just lazy today. There we go. That's what I was looking at. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that's 0.0475. Yeah. So what is that to the nearest cents? Because if you write this down, your question's gonna say it's wrong.
No.
You can't just write that. Five, yeah. Well, say 5 cents. 0.05 is in dollars. So you want to say 5 cents per ounce. Yeah, cool. Nice. Yeah, and that comes from, I mean, this happens all the time. You guys don't really buy groceries yet, but when you do, you're going to want to check that out. It's very hard sometimes at the grocery store to figure out whether something is cheaper or not because the sizes are different, right, Sensation? Like you look at, I don't know, the 40 ounces this price, but the 32 ounces this price.
Well, a general rule of thumb is the more you buy, the cheaper it is.
To an extent, but then this gets confusing if you're comparing different brands. So, for instance, like let's say brand A is always more expensive than brand B, but you can buy brand A in bulk, but you can't buy brand B in bulk, right? Like,
See, that's interesting. I always have to tell us by law.
I think ours do as well. They'll say like price per thing, but then they'll mess with us because one will say like price per ounce and the next one will say price per pound. And now you have to convert pounds and ounces.
Yeah, this is why the metric system works better because it just is kilograms.
Because pounds and ounces is a pain in the ass. It's like
16 ounces
16,
in a pound.
yeah, 16 ounces. Now I got to divide by 16. If I just moved to decimal place, it'd be really easy.
There's 14 pounds in a stone.
Yeah. We'll do, on the next stream. I'll do one, Adarsh. It's a little bit more complicated. And I'll show you why this gets complicated at the grocery store.
There's a slight error in the question as well.
Oh, there is. What's up?
It's stupid. It's fluid ounces. It should be fluid ounces.
Well, they do say fluid ounces. They say it up here.
No, but not there. It doesn't. It says vitamin.
Oh,
water,
right. Yeah. I just forget it. Okay, it's all good. Okay. Let's see if Ayush is around, and then Messi, you're up. This looks like we're doing stuff with statistics. Okay. I don't see Ayush. Okay. What about this was Messi. Messi? We'll go bang bang. Otherwise we're gonna do Kevin. Oh, Recky's here. Okay, go back to Recky. All right, cool. All right, let's see. All right, two different research companies conducted a survey on the same issue. Company A used at a 99% confidence interval. Oh, I love confidence intervals. These are tricky. And B uses a 95%. If both companies used a sample size of 1,000, what does this imply about the margin of error for each survey? Ooh. Okay. So, do you know how a confidence interval works, Recky? So let's say, for instance, yeah, isn't this your question? Yeah, this is yours. So again, let's say we have a population, and we know that, I don't know, the mean height of students is, I don't know, let's say 68 inches. Okay. All right. And I want to take a sample of students in somewhere else or something. Right? Let's say I don't know. Let's say I don't know what the population I don't know what the average height of people are. It is statistics. Yeah, this is statistics. It's also kind of I mean, it's not really probability, but yeah. Okay. Let's say you take a sample size of 1,000 people here. And you're trying to figure out what the average height of all the people are. Let's say this is all students. And let's just say this is students in school A. Okay. From this sample of students in school A, I can create what's called a confidence interval, which we usually say is CI, which is going to have some average. Let's say this X bar is around 67 inches, okay? And then there's going to be a lower bound and an upper bound. This is also called the margin of error. And let's say it goes down to 60 inches and way up to 74 inches. Okay. So say the margin of error is 7 inches. Okay. I can then say that I think the mean height of all students is somewhere between 60 inches and 74 inches. So I would say it's equal to 67 plus or minus 7. This is called the margin of error. Now, if I raise my, and this is based on like a confidence level. So I could say, for instance, I'm 95% sure that the mean height is 67 plus or minus 7. If I raise my confidence, let's say I want to be 99% sure. Okay. Now I have to increase the size of my window. Right? If I was only 95% sure that it was 67 plus or minus 7, 99% sure might be 67 plus or minus 14. This isn't exactly correct, but I'm just saying. So in this case, it would go down to 53 and 81. And then this would be 67. So now your margin of error is 14 inches. Okay. So as your confidence interval gets bigger, you have more confidence that the mean of the population is somewhere within this interval that you created from 53 to 81. So, if both companies are using a sample size of 1,000, what does it say about the margin of error for each survey? Okay, very cool. So, the margin of error for the 99% confidence level is going to be bigger than the margin of error for the 95% confidence level. Because the smaller your interval, the smaller you're like narrowing in on what you think the mean is, the less confident you are that you're actually correct. That's how this works. I think if you wanted to calculate this, you have to use what's called Z star 1/2. And then I believe it's the standard deviation over the square root of n. I want to say this is what it is. This is the equation for margin of error. If they want actual numbers for this, let me see this. There's a table for them. This is it. Here you go. Do they want an actual number? So this is where this is going to come from. So with 95% confidence, this number that multiplies by whatever, this stays the same, right? Because they both have a sample size of 1,000. We assume the standard deviation is the same. The margin of error for 95% is 1.96 times this number. But for 99%, it's 2.58. So you could say that the 99% is 2.58 over 1.96 times bigger margin of error. Okay? Because for 99% use 2.58, and then for the 95% use 1.96. Okay. If they use the same margin of error of plus or minus 2%, okay. So this is saying constant, okay. But one is using a bigger confidence level, right? That means they need to use more samples in order for these things to equal the same thing. So if you want the same margin of error, or the same size of your margin of error, in this case, they say it's 2%. It's weird for them to use percentages. Usually it's a number. They're calling this like 2%, like this 14 inches. Yeah, you can say that 99% confidence needs more samples than the 95%. As to the exact number, requires a bit of math. So you would say that, so 1.96, and then these are the same. So this is over this square root of n for the 95 has to equal 2.58 over the samples for the 99. So then the ratio of these two, so if I move this to the top, move this to the bottom, I have square root of n99 over 95 is equal to 2.58 over 1.96. Square both sides. And so n95 equals to 2.58 over 1.96 squared, that many number of times, n99. So the 99% confidence interval has to have this many times the number of samples as the 95% had. And so what is that number? Oh, don't depress the 0. Oh, what? My calculator just broke. One sec. Where's my calculator? Oh, that is the wrong calculator. We need the gold one. So what's that? 2.58 divided by 1.96. It does work like that. Yeah, so 1.73 times. So 1.73 times more samples. Yeah, that's where it comes from. Okay, cool. Nice, good job.
Well done! Well done!
All right, is Messi here? Or Kevin? What's up, Recky? All right, Kevin, let's do yours. No. Everyone always asks if they can just get a $60 gift card. No, it has to be a video game. Nope. Also, I might have to start like cutting back on the prizes at this point. We barely made the credit card payment this month. Yeah. Okay, find a recurrence relationship. Yeah, I'm already poor, but eventually the nonprofit becomes insolvent. Okay. Find a recurrence relation. Okay. All right, see Ayush. Twitch doesn't pay me shit, dude. What? Yeah. I mean, the subs are nice, but if I had like a nice set of tits or something, I'd probably get more. But, you know, it's not really my audience. I think I get like $2.50 per sub. We got like 6. If I was pulling in like 300 or 400 subs, then yeah, it would be decent money. It would pay. It would pay for some stuff. Yeah.
Actually, feet.
Actual feet. Yeah, that's our next thing is gonna be actual feet. Yeah. Yeah. I know what the audience is on Twitch. Yeah. I mean, like literally, if I go to, you know, here, you want me to go to my like browse page, like what they want to see. Let's see what's on just chatting right now. Anime girls, more anime girls. This, like, this should just tell you everything. Like why this person has like 5K views, and how many subs.
There's a hammer. Smash it. It's in.
Like, this is unfortunately what Twitch has become.
It's just the fact that there was a hammer that you had there.
Yeah. Ads do stack up. No, dude. Ads pay pennies, man. If that. I don't get very much from ads. Yeah.
Can't spell ads without age.
Yeah. Also, I don't like the ads because they tend to mess. Like the kids are trying to learn, and then they get slammed with an ad. It like tends to mess them up. Ideally, subscriptions would be more. That's a way to, or you can. People can directly donate just on the page. No, I don't have anything from ads. Do you want to see my ads? I'll give it to you. I'll show you my. I'll show you my payouts. Yeah, ads. Yeah, not really much in ads. There you go. Whatever. 6 minute in ad breaks. Yeah. Yeah, not much from ads. We made some decent revenue from subs, I guess, in the last 2 years. Or yeah, almost like last 2 years. Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, look, yeah, $35 in ads compared to out of subs, that's like 300 or 400, yeah. Yeah. But again, I mean, the nonprofit itself probably goes through at least $100, $200 a month. So it's not very sustainable that way. I need to get better at getting donations and grants and things.
People need to get better at supporting you.
Yeah, I agree, but it's okay. Because again, who's my audience? Sensation. It's mostly kids. Kids don't have credit cards. I have to go outside the stream to go get support. I don't expect the kids to donate, nor would I want them to.
I mean, people can just support you without having to physically hand over cash. I mean,
yeah, true.
Numbers alone would give you the boost.
Yes, or a nice set of tits.
I'll buy you some plastic ones.
Give me some bolt-ons, dude.
Bolt-ons? Oh, don't. That's a thing on our mobile phone service.
Yes, I'm able to do your question. Sorry, Kevin. I got lost in the sauce. Okay. Find a recurrence relationship which is given by the format. Yeah, I get this. So we're saying, how does this term refer to this term? Well, yeah, this is just all odd numbers, right? So, a sub n is equal to 1 to the 2 n minus 1 plus 1. Isn't that just it? Or you could say this. Yeah, no, this is okay. Oh, I think they want to do it with... Thank you, Endar. Yes. Endar's right. I want it to depend on a sub n minus 1. Okay. So I want, for instance, 1/5 to relate to 1/3 somehow. Okay.
-2.
No.
One-third plus a half is 1/5 plus a half is 1/7.
No, we wish. No, 1/3 plus 1/2. Common denominators. So this
Okay.
becomes 3/6. Nah, it's a good attempt, Sensation. Yeah. 2/6. It's 5/6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it says icon at example 12. What is example 12, by the way, Kevin? That'll probably help me out here.
See, the phrase icon at example 12 doesn't even make sense.
No? Well, it says icon what is example 12? See, it says icon at example 12.
Page 170 of what as well?
Okay. Let's try to do it this way. Let's just try to solve for it, right? So a sub n is equal to 1, 2n plus 1, right? A sub n plus 1 is equal to 1, 2, n plus 1 plus 1, right? Because I want to figure out, like, what's the multiplier between these two. So that's equal to 1 over 2n plus 3, right? Right. So then a sub n plus 1 over a sub n is 2n plus 3 over 2n plus 1. So a sub n plus 1 is equal to 2n plus 3 over 2n plus 1 a sub n. Or the other way to write that, right? Wait, do they want me to write it with n minus 1? Or can I just write it this way? Is this okay? Or did I do this right? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, I flipped this. Yes, thank you. Yeah, this is my... Yeah, thank you. Thanks for saying.
Am I just whispering?
No, you're good. I did this wrong.
I'm struggling to understand, so I'm just whispering to myself.
Oh, they want it as a sub n minus 1. Okay. All right, so here, we can do that. That's okay. Watch this.
I suppose that
Okay.
makes sense because the number's decreasing.
Mm-hmm. So n minus 1 just means wherever this is, we get replaced with an n minus 1. So this is 1 over 2 n minus 1 plus 1. So that's 2n minus 1, right? Because it's negative 2 plus 1 minus 1. Yeah, okay, cool. So then a sub n over a sub n minus 1 is 2n minus 1 over 2n plus 1. Move this up top. A sub n is equal to 2n minus 1 over 2n plus 1 a sub n minus 1. Is that better? Nice. Okay, cool. Love that. Suppose b sub n is this massive thing. Okay. Find b sub n minus 1 in terms of b sub n minus 2. Oh. Oh, interesting. Wait, what? Sorry. Oh, thanks, Mondo. Yeah, dude, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, Mondo.
Themselves.
He says any of the kids are playing themselves. I think they really just like V-Bucks these days. That's what they do. That's actually a good idea, Mondo. Yeah. I should look into that more if people want to just sponsor like an individual prize for things. I do have to like rework my ideas on like how to. That's a good idea. I have to rework my business model, I guess. I think it makes more sense if I think it's about getting people who contribute to feel like they're more part of the experience, and I think having a specific prize sponsored by a person does that rather than just like throwing cash at like a general slush fund. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, something on. That's why. So one of the prize tiers, Mondo, is that's why I make it a video game, because these kids will just eat V-Bucks for days, and it's I want them to branch out and play other games. Yeah. Otherwise, just more V-Bucks is just it's more candy. Yeah. No, that's a good idea, Mondo. I like that. Yeah, I'll think about that. Wait, this solution though. Oh man, it's ugly. How are they doing this?
I just thought of a really evil idea.
What's the evil idea, dude?
You ever heard of the series called Europa Universalis?
No. What is that?
It's like Risk, but taken to an absolute extreme. I mean, it's
Axis and Allies. Oh, I know the game Axis and Allies. Is that what you're talking about?
No, Europa Universalis 4 was the last one.
Oh no, I know that one.
But it's like Risk, but taken to the absolute extreme. It's proper hardcore tactical and strategy.
Yeah.
Even I have a hard time with that game.
It's like Civilization or something, right?
Well, no, because Civilization is nice and fun and easy, and this is just like you'd have to play it to notice how mad it is. It
just hurts.
It's an obvious German game built by Germans. You can just tell.
Yeah, the Germans tend to like kill the fun out of things, I guess, right? Auf den Stein. 1 sec. I have a student that wants to meet. Can set it up here.
Yeah, get them to play the real games.
1 second, sorry. I can.
So yeah, Mondo, if you want to chip in and get everyone a copy of Europa Universalis 4.
I don't think I want to get gifts that the kids actually want though. The kids will actually play. That's my whole.
It's fun. It's just really, really hardcore.
Yeah. I always tell the kids I want them to get prizes that they'll actually use, but I'm trying to move them away from just consuming more V-Bucks for skins just constantly.
Should move them away from playing pointless shoot-em-ups.
Well, I like
other
Fortnite.
games, you know. I'm saying though, it's like eating hamburgers all the time. I mean, there's other foods to eat.
1 sec. Let me just. Sorry, give me 5 seconds. I got a kid that I have to.
Oh dear, it's all gone wrong.
I'm picking some out right now. Yeah.
It's all gone Pete Tong.
Give me a second. Sorry. Today's the 21st, right? Yeah. Okay.
That's Stardew Valley. That's
Stardew Valley. Yeah. That's a fun one too. Using online.
What else is in my library? Astroneer. City Skylines, although I think there's a sequel now.
Okay, let me see, sir. Okay. I want to see what they did for this question. We will try to relate a sub n and a sub n minus 1 to each other. So they say, this is such a weird way to do it, man. What the hell? Okay. So then they switch this in for 1 over a sub n minus 1 plus 2. Wow. I get it. They don't want there to be any n's in there. Do you see that, Kevin? They just don't want any n's to ever occur. They want it strictly in terms of a sub n minus 1. Which, okay. So then what you end up seeing here, right, is that 2n minus 1 is equal to 1 over a sub n minus 1. So now you can replace this, right? Because then 2n plus 1 is the same thing as 2n minus 1 plus 2. Okay? So this becomes 1 over a sub n minus 1 times a sub n minus 1 over, and now this becomes 2n minus 1 plus 2. So this is 1 sub a minus 1 plus 2. Okay. So then this cancels to just become 1 over a sub n minus 1 over a sub n minus 1 plus 2. Multiply through by a sub n minus 1. And you get a sub n minus 1 over 1 plus 2 a sub n minus 1. Which I think is what the answer was. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Alright, that's an interesting solution. I get it. Yeah, you need to see the, yeah. Well, again, like a lot of things in math, if the solution isn't obvious, if this solution was not obvious to me, I would have done just this. Or my even more basic one was just to leave things in terms of n. Seeing how it's done will help you do it in... Oh, you used to be able to buy... Yeah, you can't gift games anymore, yeah. Or can you not, Mondo? Yeah, I forgot. Also, Mondo, the kids have to be on Steam. That's the other issue. A lot of these kids are on, like, PlayStation and Xbox. Which is, again, why V-Bucks is the easiest, because it's the lowest common denominator. It applies to everything. Yeah, then you have to be friends. Yeah. And then... What happens when I'm friends with all these students on Steam? Yeah. Yeah. But I like where your head's at, Mondo, with the sponsoring prizes. I do like that. I got to think about how to do that so that it's again personal but still also able to distribute. I used to have like donated physical prizes. People would give me like keyboards and stuff. But then a lot of these kids their parents don't trust me to mail things to them. So then I can't mail them anything, so it doesn't work.
You should just leave that to me.
Yeah, we'll leave Sensation just to show up at their doorstep with like gifts.
Yeah. I'll just kick the office hinges and just say, "Is it alright? Sit down."
Here's your fucking gift.
I did that to somebody once. Genuinely, I was just like, some woman had pissed me off, so I just kicked the front door off its hinges, kicked the inside door off its hinges,
Oh, God.
and just walked into the middle of the living room and said,
Yeah.
"Is it alright to sit down?"
Disqualified.
Dude, what? You do that in the US, dog, you get shot.
Well, yeah, let's just...
Yeah, I know, yeah.
It
Or
wouldn't be me that would die, that's all I'm saying.
yeah, or the Nick Fuentes thing, right? Nick Fuentes, when the woman went up to this guy's door and he like pepper sprayed her in the face like right away. Fucking wild.
Who's Nick Fuentes?
Nick Fuentes, he's the America First guy. He used to be a big Trump supporter, then he's not now he's anti-Trump. He flops all the time. He's a little weasel, this guy, Nick Fuentes. All right, sorry,
I think the word is grifter.
Yeah, I mean, I have more colorful language I would use for him, but we are on a live Twitch stream. But yeah. Yeah, just look up Nick Fuentes pepper spray. Yeah, it's an interesting situation. Okay, let me see if we can do this one. B sub n is equal to 2 b sub n minus 1 plus n minus 2 to the n, and b sub 0 is 5. Find b sub n minus 1 in terms of b sub n minus 2. Okay. So let's just do this. Let's just plug in n minus 1 for n, right? So b sub n minus 1 must be equal to 2b n minus 2 plus n minus 1 minus 2 to the n minus 1? Is that sufficiently in terms of b sub n minus 2, Kevin? Oh, okay. I was wondering whether like this was legal as well, or if it wasn't.
Right. I've read the report now.
Yeah, do you see it? Yeah. I mean,
If somebody comes to your house
yes.
and you pepper spray them, then you shouldn't be in trouble. I don't have to agree with what the guy has done or anything. Just no.
Yeah, the issue is that
If
like
you come to somebody's house looking for trouble, then you deserve to get fucked up.
I agree she was looking for trouble, but legally it becomes kind of a tricky point of if someone innocently like knocks on the wrong door and you get shot, that's like not cool, right?
Right, but it won't be that simple, though, will it?
Yeah,
Just
like if
come
some
to his
kid,
door,
like if
shouting
like
abuse
some,
at him.
yeah, this person was obviously looking for trouble, but we have laws in place that you're not allowed to attack people for ringing your doorbell.
Well, again, that's fair. I just mean,
I know. Yeah.
if someone comes to your door screaming at you, let's fight.
Yeah, I don't think she.
horrified.
I think she was just literally just ringing his doorbell. Is the issue? Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, and pepper spray is assault unless provoked. It's like punch. Yeah, yeah. You have to feel like you're. In America, we have this. You're allowed to defend your stand your ground, defend yourself, if it's matching the damage that's being threatened towards you. Like you're not allowed to shoot someone if they're just, I don't know, yelling verbal insults at you.
Honestly, people in the US would not survive here.
Yeah.
Well, because if you walked up to somebody's house, and bearing in mind we don't carry guns or have pepper spray, in fact, we're not allowed any of these things. If somebody came to your house screaming at you, you would be slapped into the fucking concrete.
Yes, I know. That's how y'all do things in the North. Here in the U.S., we have too many lawyers. Lawyers mess everything up, dude.
Well, lawyers try, and then we kill the lawyers.
Yeah. Well, our lawyers are very rich here, I guess. How do you identify when you need to sub or not? I mean, that's a good question. Because here, right, when they said find I guess a recurrence relation can't have n in it. It has to have just the terms. I think that's maybe the definition of a recurrence relation. Kevin says, in the UK, I seen a random person having said he's been shot, but was not at all, but was freaking out. Yeah, you can't really get shot in the UK. They don't really allow guns there. Yeah. I mean, you
the
can.
only people that have the guns are the kinds of people that you don't want to have them.
Exactly, right. Find b sub n in terms of b sub n minus 2. Okay, so for this one, I believe we want to use this again. So b sub n is equal to 2 b sub n minus 1 plus n minus 2 to the n. But b sub n minus 1 can be written in terms of b sub n minus 2, right? So this whole thing can be put into here. So now you have b sub n is equal to 2, and then it's 2b sub n minus 2 plus n minus 1 minus 2 to the n minus 1, right? Plus 2. Wait, where am I getting? Oh, plus n. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Plus n minus 2 to the n. Okay. And I think that's it, right? So that's 4 b sub n minus 2 plus 2n plus n, so plus 3n minus... Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got another answer for me? All right, let's see. Okay. Okay, cool. So we got the same answer for this. That's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, they did the same thing. Uh-huh. Yeah, then part C and part D just gets like really weird. Yeah, that becomes seeing a pattern, I guess is what it is, right? Yeah, okay. Where's summation formulas? Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. What is connect math? Is that something? Alright, this is... Yeah, okay. The more aggressive people have rugby balls kept by the door? Really? Start hitting people with rugby doors? Rugby balls? What the fuck? Okay, so notice what they're doing here. Let me just like kind of show you what's happening. So this right here is summing an arithmetic series, which is a sub 0 plus a sub n over 2 times n. That's where this comes from. This... How would you know that formula? You just have to know the formula for the sum of an arithmetic series. You just have to know this one. There's also the geometric one, right? The sum of... Yes, good. Yeah. Isn't that one like s? Isn't that a to the 0 over 1 minus r? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's where that one comes from, right? So the rate there is 2, right? So 1 minus 1/2, or oh, I guess it's just negative. Yeah, it's just negative. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what replaces this one. So yeah, this is an arithmetic series, and then this is a geometric one. And then this, yeah, B0 is 5. That was said earlier in the question, right? And then you just recognize that this is just 2 to the n. Wow, crazy. Yeah, don't get too mad at yourself for not getting that, Kevin. Exactly. Yes. That's the formula. Yeah. That's what they want you to know. Cool. Doing discrete and simpler problems. I sent a professor complaining. Yeah, I would maybe complain. Yeah, I tell the professor that's pretty difficult, dude. Anyways, yeah. Looks like I got QV. I'll do your question. and then we'll wrap up the stream. But yes, you're very welcome, Kevin. Thanks for bringing these questions. They're fun. I appreciate you having the solution so I can understand them with you.
Well done.
Yeah, all good. What's up? What's your question, Kev? Let's see if QV's around. Is it okay to look at the solution first and then retry the question? Totally. 100%. So how I always say you should approach questions, Kevin, try to do it yourself. And you saw that probably earlier in the stream here. When I get sent these really hard math challenge problems, I'll try to do it myself for 5 or 10 minutes. And if I've hit a wall and it's not going anywhere, take a look at the solution. And then put the solution away and try to do it yourself. And then the next day, try to do it again. And you'll remember more and more. You know, yeah, you're okay. Yeah, solutions is not cheating if you use them to learn. Yeah, you're very welcome, dude. Yeah, but the thing is, Kevin, there's only so many questions they can ask. And so if you know the solutions for how to do, you know, the hard ones, what's going to be asked on your test is just a variation of that. And so you learn the strategy. Like if they change up the numbers, well, yeah, so try to understand the process. You know, look through the solutions and see, oh, they're grouping this into this, they're grouping this into this. And so if you see a different question, you can think to yourself, oh, I need to see how I can create a geometric series. I need to see how I can create an arithmetic series. Yeah, you're very welcome. Okay. Use Gaussian elimination method with back substitution. Okay. I don't know exactly what that method means, but whatever. Okay. I'm going to write this as a matrix. 2, 3, minus 5, minus 3, 23. Damn, this is ugly, dude. This is a 4x4. F's in the chat, dude. Pay respects, bro. 3, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 12. Negative 1, 2, 2, 2, negative 21. Okay. When they say back substitution, I think that means we're supposed to solve for one variable and then plug it in to solve for the next one or something, right? Like right off the bat, I see that this and this could be used to eliminate for this. Put it in row echelon form rather than reduced row echelon form. Okay, so now I need to remember what that is. Ooh. Yes. Okay. Got you. Okay. Does that make sense, QV? What he's saying here? Yeah. So if we can get one variable in, then we just keep... Go away, Olaf. Then I just keep plugging them back into each other. Okay. So off the bat, I see if I do... I want to like use this to isolate for this. I feel like that would be cool. Or, yeah, you're right. I'm just trying to get this by itself. How do I do that? Oh, it's the same as before. You just don't get 0. Okay. So I'm just trying to make this thing equal to 0. Wait. I do want this thing to be 1, though, right? Is that... Yes, I do want that to be 1. Oh, okay. This is ugly, though, bro. I gotta divide this by 2? No. I don't want to. I'm gonna swap these. Yeah, I'm gonna row swap. Yeah, we're gonna row swap first, QB. Make life easier. Okay. So I just swapped this row with this row. Because now I see if I add -2 of this into this, that'll get rid of this. Okay. So here. So -2 into that makes this 0, 1, -7, -5. You did something with an augmented matrix? I mean, this is an augmented matrix. This is like the augment. Because then I'm going to do -3 of this into this. So that's going to get me 0, -2, -4, -4, 30. Okay. And then I'm just going to add this one into this one. And so that's just going to give me 0, 3, 3, 3, -27. And then this is done. This is done. We just got to break this one down. By putting 2 of these into these. So that's going to give me 0, 0, -18, -14, 60. Wow. 100. And then I got to put 3 of these, -3 of these into this. So, that's going to give me 0, 0. -21 into 3 is -18. 15 into 3 is 18. -335s is -105. So that's -132. Interesting. And then I just take -1 of these into this. Thank God for copy paste. This would really suck if you had to do this all by hand. That's going to get me 0, 0, 0. I'll divide that one at the end. And then that's going to give me 32. And that's going to be -232? Is that right? And then you just got to divide. Does 232 and 32 work? Yeah, it would be much easier with a calculator. Yeah. Well, oh, are you allowed to just use a calculator? Yeah, bro, this is fucking broke easy with a calculator, dog. This is how you're supposed to do it. And then you divide by this. So this needs to be divided by 7. And so that gets you 1, -7.5. This is a mess. 1, and then it's 14 over 18, which is the same thing as 7 over 9, and 100 over 18, which is 50 over 9. And then this is equal to this, so you just plug that multiplied by that. And then whatever you get for that, you multiply into that, multiply into that. You know, it's just and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. That's the way to do it by hand. Yeah. If you want to see how to do this in a calculator, here. You can go to second edit. No, sorry. Fuck, where is it? Oh, second list. No. Dude, where is... Oh, no. Second matrix. That's what I want. Okay. Edit. And then this is a 4x5. And now you just put the numbers in. So I'm going to put them in the way I had here, right? Which was 1, 1, 1, 1, minus 6, 2, 3, minus 5, minus 3, 23, 3, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 12, minus 1, 2, 2, 2, negative 21. Okay, great. Now watch. If we do some math on this, you can go here to ref. This will just put it into the reduced echelon form. And there we go. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, they get some different numbers than we got. They get the last number is -2. Okay. Yes. RREF is much easier. Let me just make sure this is right, sorry. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, minus 6, 2, 3, minus 5, minus 3, 23, 3, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 12, negative 1, 2, 2, 2, negative 21, yeah. So yeah, if you just do matrix, math, RREF, matrix A, you get some nice answers there, yeah. So I made a mistake at this point because this should have been -2. Instead of -7.5. But it depends on what your teacher wanted, right? They said use the Gaussian elimination method with back substitution. That's what you're supposed to do, is all those steps, which sucks. You don't want to do that. If you just want to solve any sort of system of equation, again, using matrices and not do this, then you can do so by, again, just setting up the matrix and then doing RREF. Yeah. That's the magic. But cool. Okay. Nice. Good job. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, cool. All right. I got to go teach another student, so let's close out the stream. Thank you everyone for coming to Office Hours, Actual Education Day. Had a fun time working with you guys. Appreciate you, Endar, and everyone else, Obi, all you awesome guys in the stream helping me out. I know Obi streams. Endar, do you stream? But we have, yeah, a lot of really cool math streamers. Make sure to go check all of them out. They're great. And then there's our calendar that Penn Center's put together. Let me figure out where. Oh, yeah. So, Zach is streaming right now. We're going to go say hi to him. He's doing Infinite Series. I think he is. Yes, he is. Good. Awesome. Great. Yeah. We're going to go say hi to Zach. Our next stream will be tomorrow. This will be an hour later, 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come on by, get help with your math and science and stuff. Otherwise, that's kind of it. Nice.
Indeed.
Oh, thanks, Drizzy. I appreciate the follow and stuff. Okay, cool. All right, let's go say hi to Zach. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Back to updating Syllabi. Yeah, good luck with the Syllabi, Endo. We will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Okay, thanks, bye. Okay, thanks, bye. 14F Cali.